5 things I do as a Christian mom. Number 1 is I pray over my children. You know, after they go to sleep at night, I stay in their bedrooms just a little bit longer to pray for salvation over them, for them to walk in a boldness with the Spirit of God, for them to know Him and treasure that relationship with the Lord. Number 2, which is kind of like almost the same thing, but not, I sit and I ask God, like, God, who are they? You knit them in my womb, it says, in your mother's womb, it says in Scripture. So He knows them better than when I even know them. And I know them. If you're a mom, you know your children. But God knows them best, and God knows the calling and the purposes that they have in this life. So I pray, Lord, show me how to steward them. How can I cultivate the things that you're needing for them to walk in when they're older? Like, show me. So that is a cry of my heart. Number 3 is I keep a journal for each child. So when my son had his first prayers and when he has his dreams, like, I write them down. Why? Because I think when they're older, they're going to be able to better even understand themselves. You know, when you hit that 18, 19, that you're at a high school stage, you're kind of like, what the heck do I do with my life? Like, who am I? And you can kind of go back to that journal. He's going to be able to go back to that journal and be like, wow, this is what is the trend in my life that God has been showing me? Where is an area that maybe the enemy has tried to have a foothold? Like when my son was afraid of the dark and how we tackled it with Scripture. Like, you know, we're called to be brave. No, we're called not to be afraid. So like, how did we combat that? And when you're scared in the future, how would you combat it then? So it's just really powerful to write down things that are significant in journals for them to have when they're older and on their own. Number 4 is I pray for their spouse. I pray for kingdom spouses for each child. And not only that, I write a letter. I've been writing a letter to my son's future wife and my daughter's future husband. And I'm doing that throughout the years, like every year, like, hey, you know, I've been praying for you. I pray that you're walking in purity. I pray that you're walking in salvation, that you will be, for my daughter's future husband to be a leader, and for my son's future wife to be a God-fearing woman who loves the Lord and seeks purity above all things.